Great, I think we're live. Let me make sure. Um, alright, looks like we are live. Hello, Carice. Welcome to stream. Oh man, it's been quite a few weeks, hasn't it? Obviously, this is not a mainstream. Those are only on Saturday and Sunday. But regardless, it looks like the YouTube chat is not showing up on stream. It's also not showing up on my screen either. So, let me refresh that. I guess I have to fucking sign into this shit again. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, whoever's getting in here now, I'm not sure how many people we're gonna have tonight, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how many of you actually noticed what was going on the past 2, 3 weeks or whatever. It could be less people than I'm anticipating, it could also be more. I just know I was very quiet about it publicly. I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything really on the channel. I didn't say anything on Twitter. I didn't say anything on Instagram. Everything I didn't even say anything in the public server. Everything I was doing behind the scenes was all things that I only talked about in the private Discord server, not publicly. There's a lot of stuff that happened within that time that a lot of you aren't aware of, and I'm not sure if I want to get into a lot of it here. But again, I'm not too sure. Um, I guess I'll send out the link too while I'm at it on the Discord. Yeah, let me do that. I don't know if I'm gonna send out a big link. Honestly, this isn't gonna be a big stream. I'm probably not even gonna be on for very long. I just feel like there's probably some things I need to explain before I come back. But again, I'm really not sure how many people even noticed all the stuff I was doing because I didn't say anything anywhere. It was just in the private server where everything went down, you know? But regardless, I'm gonna try to get the chat up on screen. For some reason it's not, unless it's on screen now. What the fuck? I think it's, okay, chat's on my screen now, it's also on the stream as well. Hello Salantir, welcome to stream. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I'm not going to be on for too long. I just feel like I needed to come on here, maybe explain a few things, and just chill for a bit before we get back to the regular stream schedule. Um, Solitaire Crease, you guys are in the private server, so you know, but there's a lot that happened, some things that were misconstrued, some things that were made out to be worse than they were. I made a lot of decisions within that time. Between the time I decided to, the last stream and I decided to private everything to now. So yeah. Um, again, because a lot of this stuff wasn't public, I'm not sure how much I want to say. But what I do want to say is that, I'm sure some of you did notice that all my videos and everything went down for like over a week. I decided to private everything on the channel. I had multiple reasons for doing this, but that's essentially what happened. I decided to private all my content, all my videos, all my streams. And I brought them back yesterday. Um, is when I finally decided to say, you know what, I'm just gonna have everything back. A few days before that, I decided to bring back the plush videos because I was anticipating releasing a plush video sooner rather than later, but then I ran into time constraints with that, so I don't know what the next video is going to be, in fairness. I don't know if it is still going to be the plush video, or if it's going to be something else. Because obviously, you know, I was working on the Keep Away cover, and there's still the Godsmack albums tier list video and other stuff behind the scenes that if I put enough time into, I can get them out. But yeah, so what was going on? Okay, so to explain the situation, why I decided to do what I did, um, I want to preface this by saying normally I don't care when I sometimes it's very rare, but not always. But typically I don't care when I get like people in stream posting negative bullshit or just like lying or some crap. Sometimes I even find that stuff funny. Like there were a few times where it was just this load of troll accounts that were posting like pro Hitler shit or whatever. That was like, what the fuck? That was actually kind of funny. So that stuff doesn't bother me. However, um, behind the scenes, I never really say anything about this publicly until it was brought up on the last Mario RPG stream, the finale stream. Um, where it was like if you look back at the VOD, like there's like chat messages on screen for the entire duration that is basically this dude coming in just being like, "Yo, I don't know why are you in my recommendations," and then immediately after decides to call me and Marvel pedophiles just out of nowhere. So that was great. That's one of the reasons I decided to like just say fuck it because in my head I was just like, you know what? I already feel like things are going to get lower and lower over time. So if that's the case, I'd rather it just be to a point where the engagement is just standard, not the only new engagement I get is from people who come in there just being like, "Who the fuck are you?" or "You're a pedophile." So it's just like, you know what? I'd rather torch everything than be subjected to that because I do not feel like I did anything to warrant that. And again, not all that stuff is avoidable, but just like when that's the only new engagement I get, it's like that just doesn't sit right with me, you know? I don't feel like I come on here, come on streams for like 5 hours, technically like a minimum 10 hours a week. Just have that happen. Like that's fucking bullshit. So I was just like, you know what? I'd rather torch everything than deal with that, and that's the approach I was going for. Now there is also the second piece to that, where and also there was comments and stuff I was getting on videos. Some are getting locked in the spam filter, some were just getting outright deleted, but they always showed up in my inbox. So I always got to read the bullshit like who the fuck are you or oh you're a pedophile or it's like you make plush videos you're a pedophile or whatever the fuck retard shit. Um I never said anything about that publicly, but that's one of the reasons. The other reason is I got complete confirmation. I don't remember if I went into stream into this on stream before, but I got complete confirmation that the Survival Games episode was completely view botted. I got complete confirmation about that, and out of fear, and also Sonic 2 Multiplayer Fail had an extra 3K boost just out of nowhere. That was also viewbots. So just in case, I wanted to like slow down the viewbot shit as much as possible because I heard stories in the past. Particularly, I remember Augie went on stream one time and talked about how his old channel, Red Fox Comms, got had this dude come in and just basically view and sub bot his entire thing, and it basically killed his channel. He had to move on over to his other channel, which ended up surpassing his first channel. So I heard stuff like that, and I was just like, okay, I don't want my channel to like completely die because of something out of my control. Like, I did not want my channel to be view botted to death. So I was just like, you know what? If I could stop this, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try to minimize the impact of these fucking videos. Honestly, I'm gonna be straight up honest. If that shit happens again, what I'll probably do is I'll probably just delete the upload and re-upload it. Like, as soon as I notice I'm able to prove it's view botting, I'll just fucking delete the video and re-upload it. And people can choose to watch it again if they want to or not. But yeah, just seeing all that stuff behind the scenes, that and of course the fact that YouTube was not pushing my channels into any algorithms whatsoever. They were not being pushed in the proper directions they were supposed to be. They were just being thrown into random people's homepages. I assume it's a lot of really edgy corners of the internet that wouldn't have interest in my content anyway, because it's always the people that were coming into the comment sections. It's always the people I check their subscriptions, and I'd see that type of shit. So it's just like, YouTube was not being very fair for whatever reason. I don't know what the cause is. I just know that if I'm going to be going forward, I don't want to deal with that shit, especially if that's going to be the only new growth coming in. It's just like, if it's between that and stagnation, I'd take stagnation any day of the week, because I do not feel like I spent 10, but it's now technically 11 years, 11 years of my time just to get screwed over like that. No, not dealing with it. So yeah, that's basically the explanation. I haven't been reading chat, I realize. Let me read. What the actual fuck? Has people been coming to your DMs like, who the fuck are you, or you're a pedophile? Not in DMs. That's because I don't fucking add people to my DMs that would do that shit, okay? I do not, my DMs are not open to literally anybody. I do vet my DM. Back in the day, I didn't vet them as hard, but in fairness, I was in like an SML. We were in dub servers and shit, so like, I didn't really feel the need to vet DMs unless it was people to add to my friends list. Again, people who are not in my friends list, I do not think can DM me. I have that set for a reason. I only have 116 people on my friends list. That's a lot, but you gotta remember that a lot of these are from back in the day. I am fucking redacted on my friends list. Yeah, I do not let just anybody on my friends list. I do not let just anybody DM me, so they can't do that. They can't fucking fuck me over like that. Was it on streams? It was in the comment sections of my videos, and it was on the streams. Well, the only time it was on stream was the Mario RPG stream, where this dude came in who I assume was just like an edgy troll type, which normally I don't care about that stuff, but the way I view it is just like, if that's going to be my only new viewership coming in, I don't want that. It's one thing to have that stuff happen and be able to roast those fucking people. It's the other thing to like just be casually streaming to like 2 people and then have that jackass come in and call like not just me but fucking Marvel pedophiles. It's just like, if I have to choose between that and nothing, I'll take nothing. Straight up. It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, I'm offended, or I can't handle being made fun of or something. Well, that's not even being made fun of. That's being slandered, basically. With no evidence whatsoever. Obviously, the people who are doing that don't actually give a fuck. I don't get it, though. Why are they clicking on my videos if, just to comment, why is this in my feed? If it's not what they want to watch, they can just, like, not click on the fucking content. But no, instead they decided to come on there and comment, like, why is this in my feed? Who the fuck are you? Just like, I don't know. I don't know who you are. I don't know how I got in your feed. I imagine the content I'm making does not appeal to you. I don't know what the fuck is going on YouTube's end to make them push me in your direction. Because based off of the suggestions that my videos are getting recommended alongside, a lot of it is kind of freak shit. I don't know why YouTube's recommended me to you in particular, but get the fuck out of here. So yeah. Now, I don't know if it makes a difference, like if it officially resets my algorithm, channel algorithm or whatever, it might have to be for a lot longer. I might just have to vanish for like a month or two. And maybe I can't even bring everything back if I wanted. It's just like I don't know if what I did made a difference or not. Do I care? I care in the sense that I don't want the weirdo shit coming back. But really, I don't know. Oh, comments. Yeah, it was mostly in comments. I don't get why YouTube, if they want to fuck with my views and cap my views out, I don't really care. If they're gonna push me in the recommendations of freaks, then good God, no. It'd be one thing if my videos were blowing up enough to where I'd naturally get thrown into that, but if that's the only audience I'm being thrown out to, then fuck that shit. That's my take on that. But yeah. So that's that's basically the short of it on why I decided to unlist. Again, I'm not sure how many people actually notice because I didn't say anything publicly. I don't know how many people check my channel actively per day. I don't. There's no way for me to really know that. But from what I gathered of what was it? The stats. What I gathered of the stats prior to me doing that, it looked like the only videos that were growing was like the 000 video because that was in Google search results. I don't know if it still is, but yeah, when did these accusations even start? I don't think they're legitimate accusations. It's YouTube is pushing me into places where I'm getting recommended to like random people that are by no means looking for the type of content I make, and those people decide to come in and just like get mad at me for it. I don't know why. It's so fucking weird. But they feel the need to go at my throat over something that I'm not even doing. It's just like any other situation. If I was dealing with that, would I care? No. But if that was going to be the only engagement I was going to get going forward, then my thought process at the time was like, no, fuck that. I'd rather torch everything than deal with that. Now, it won't show. What? Do you want me to actually straight up block who the fuck are you? Now, of course, if I feel like, now if my comments do get flooded with like heinous shit, I will absolutely delete them. I will absolutely delete comments that... Again, I have the filter set up to where it's supposed to catch stuff. But again, that filter does not show on stream, so if people want to go on and accuse me and Marvel of being pedophiles on stream, they can. I can't really do anything about it except delete the messages. I was really busy fighting Culex in the stream, so the fucker was just arguing with Marvel. I looked over for a second, I was like, okay, that's not cool, that's enough. And so I took care of it. But yeah. Uh, if I'm being charitable and not assuming that it's just... If I'm being charitable and not assuming that it's just people trolling, he probably looked at Marvel's profile, saw he makes plush videos, and then just made an assumption based off of that. Some people will do that shit. They'll see that you do this particular thing or you are into this particular thing, and then they'll label you as something or another. I think that's what happened, but regardless, that was not the night I wanted to deal with that crap, so I just decided to say fuck it. There was also some other things too. There were a few videos I wanted to like unlist for a while, but couldn't. Simply due to the fact that um YouTube would have fucking hurt my numbers if I did so. So I also use this app as an opportunity to particularly get rid of like to unlist the PC update as well as the 40-minute venting video and other stuff like that. I finally enlisted all of the old shorts and videos that I didn't make, the family videos. Because, I mean, back then I didn't really care that they were up because they weren't easily accessible, but once the shorts tab got added, they became way more accessible, and I was like, alright, no. I wish I could turn this stupid update back into a video instead of a short, but I don't think that's possible. But yeah. When it comes to all that. Yeah, I was just caught on the wrong day in the wrong mood, and I didn't really feel good about it. There's a lot more to the story, but a lot of it's behind the scenes. I guess the short of it is just like if it's felt like not that this was the intention, but it felt like for like the last 7 months that several people were trying to push me into a certain direction on what I should do with my channel. There was so much talk about, hey, you should do this, hey, you should do that. Oh, I heavily advise you to do this instead of doing that. And every time I would try to respond and explain how, like, hey, that's not, I don't think that will work, and I have all of this evidence to back up why I don't think it will work, it just became too much, ultimately. But because of that, there was also a lot of misconceptions that were created, and a lot of things that, a lot of speculation going around that just wasn't true. That kind of made things a little bit more stressful. Tomorrow Richie has faced similar accident like this back. Shit, whoever just plush videos is a brain dead dumb fuck. True, yes. I fucking hate that shit. Like, honestly, regarding all the Discord stuff and everything said, not the recent stuff, but when me and Daniel and Puddle were talking about how when everyone's talking about how what I should do with my channel or whatever, I think it's ultimately just going to come down to it was just a miscommunication on everyone's part. But again, it was all of that that just kind of got me kind of stressed, got me kind of annoyed. That said, I just want to make this crystal fucking clear because I saw this floating around as soon as I posted the message saying that I was going to be like taking a break from Discord and I was going to like figure out what I was going to do with my channel. I want to make this crystal fucking clear because I saw this floating around. In some ways, I can understand where the speculation came from, but overall, not at any point during any of this was I ever trying to like completely distance myself, disconnect, or fade away, or anything like that. Never once did I blame anyone for what was happening. Never once did I think I was really getting pushed into doing stuff. I didn't think I was getting fucking backstabbed at any point. Because there was that speculation going around too that people thought I was being backstabbed because of the lower viewership and stuff on my streams, uh, and videos and stuff. Um, None of that is true. However, I do feel like there was a lot of miscommunication, as in like there was stuff said about me publicly, not behind the scenes where I couldn't see it, but it was being said about me, not directly to me when I was doing all these things. And but again, I was never told any of this directly, so I'll be honest. A few months back, like I can't remember when it was during. Can't remember if it was this year or not. It might have been when I was filming Mephiles still. Maybe. All I know is I was up at the other house. Um, I was kind of bored, so I decided to like look through Discord servers I don't normally look through, and I went across Daniel's server. Well, I'm not sure if it's still Daniel's, but it was at the time. Um, I looked through that. I saw like a lot of discussion and stuff about my videos that I never saw before. How people apparently don't really like the shorter intro. How people, particularly Isaac, thought I was being desperate in a lot of ways. So when I read this stuff, again, it's not technically from behind my back because I could go through, read it, and confront anyone about it at any time. What got me is just I don't know why none of this was ever said to me directly. It's not like I ever made it a thing to where I'd get mad over criticism or something. I'd I'd debate over it if I didn't think it was legitimate, but not once did I ever make it seem like you can't like criticize me or give me advice or something like that. I just have the right to respond if I feel it necessary. So when I was reading all of that, I was just like kind of annoyed because it's like if you felt like this was the case, I wish I was told about this sooner so I could stop. Not that they were necessarily in the wrong for what they said, it's just like I wish I would have been informed long before any conversations and stuff took place. That's what kind of annoyed me. Like, if there's going to be discussions about me and what I should do in general, but not directly towards me, that's. I wasn't really the biggest fan of that. Because again, if I'm told this stuff, I can actually, like, use that to, like, work on things. But you know, I have a history of, like, asking for advice and not getting it. I've done it for years. I've asked for advice on how to improve my videos, how to improve my streams, and again, I just never get it. Especially back in the day, I would never get advice on what to do. The first time I ever got advice on anything was from Dub, who was very critical, but it was something I needed to hear at the time. Even though I wish he would have picked a different video, but still, I that was advice that I needed to hear at the time. Oh hey Luigi, hello Marvel, who was accusing me, Solitaire. Marvel, you remember that dude from the Mario RPG stream who came in there and basically called me and you a pedophile? It was the last Mario RPG stream, the finale stream. I forgot his fucking name. I don't even know if I want to go and check, to be honest with you. Oh, that guy? Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that fucker. But yeah. There's also a lot of speculation that I was trying to distance myself, which that wasn't true. If it came across like that last year, especially with some of the stuff I posted on the private Twitter and whatnot, the thing with last year is I was just so overwhelmed by the pressure of the 10-year anniversary and doing Mephiles that I didn't think it was possible to really be around and also get all that stuff done. Because I knew in my head, if I failed to execute the 10-year anniversary the way I wanted it to be, if I didn't get all the projects I wanted, the crucial projects I wanted done for it, that would have haunted me for like years. I would have never been able to let that go. So in that moment, I had to do what I had to do in order to get through that as smoothly as I could, and it was not smooth by any means. The month of August was the content part of it, getting everything out was nice. The preparation for it was hell. Especially fucking survival games. Like, I remember the 10-year anniversary of survival games episode took me 5 days to finish, and I had to like really push myself hard as fuck to get through it. Ugly Game with Betty, I got so lucky I was able to get done fast. Best of Times cover was probably the simplest. The 10-year of LuigiChannel50. Actually, no, Best of Times was not simple. I remember there was periods where that was during a period where I was like eating fucking nothing but Butterfingers and donuts and shit, and my stomach was fucked. So the period of that and the 10-year video itself was rough. But I got through it anyway. Sonic 2 multiplayer fail, not Sonic 2 multiplayer fail, the Sonic 2 video I did with my sister was recorded earlier in the month, was released later because of the fact that I couldn't, well, you know. And obviously the Survival Games highlight was the first thing I ever did. And then again, Mephiles, I was barely able, it's just, there was so much pressure at the time that I couldn't really be as active as I wanted to. That video or stream was YouTube OGN. The final one. The finale Mario RPG stream. So, literally the last stream I did prior to this one here. But yeah. I was not trying to distance myself. If it came across like that, that was not the intention. Last year was just so much that I couldn't handle it all. So I tried to minimize a lot of things. It wasn't just that. I also minimized posting on a lot of my other accounts too. Besides like just watching videos. But it's just like prior to that, like whatever interpretation was gotten from that was not the intention. I was in the process of trying to make my schedule easier. It's just that year was so fucked that it wasn't possible. Like, I wanted to start off the year with Survival Games Round 3, which was a video that was getting to be too long. So the schedule I originally had planned for 2023 went to shit. It was a miracle I was able to even do the 10-year anniversary, to be honest with you. Because the schedule was so bad. But this year, once I posted the update video, I was already in the process of like trying to make it much easier to be around. for like other people's streams and made some collab videos or stuff. And of course, you know, on Discord and whatnot. That's all this was meant to do, but I don't know. I don't blame you. Yeah. I don't know. And during that period too is where a lot of the speculation stuff probably comes from, because there are some stuff I was noticing too that just didn't add up to me that I never talked to anyone about, that I'm pretty sure I've addressed since privately. There are some things that I saw that just didn't look like they were adding up to me. So in some ways I did feel like something was going wrong. Now I don't believe that was the case. I just think I was thinking irrationally at the time, because I was literally, if the 10-year anniversary failed, I was gonna like dwell on that for years to come. I had to like really think about all that stuff. Like what? I mean, the 10-year anniversary time was around the time like Daniel was starting to be really consistent with streaming. And so I would see a lot of people going over his streams and a lot less on mine. I would see people who would used to be in the VCs actively on my streams were doing so for his and not mine. One thing I particularly noticed was Corson said for a while that he couldn't log into Minecraft. Um, he didn't actually have it, but he was like fully on it for Daniel's stream. So at the time, that stuff really confused me. Now, of course, I cleared that up with Corson. I brought that up to Corson directly, and there was no intention behind that. I would just see stuff like that. See the fact that everyone else's videos and streams are doing a lot better than mine were at the time. We're getting a lot more engagement than mine were at the time, so I just started to speculate, because it was irrational that things were going to shit. And that's just kind of that. It was just a bunch of stress. A lot of it very much was irrational. Um, that's why I never really brought it up until like I felt like it was the perfect time to. Because I knew it wasn't rational. And anything I posted about it, I deleted immediately. But I guess Puddle saw all of that, because like that's where a lot of his speculations and stuff came from, was all of that stuff. So yeah. It's just clearly just a lot of miscommunication. I can say right now that things are fine. It's just that night, I just wasn't in the best mood. So when I saw that, I just decided to, like, you know what, fuck it, let me nuke everything and then bring everything back eventually. I don't care if I nuke the rest of my audience in the process. It's just no more of this bullshit. So I did what I did. And that's that. But yeah, if anything, I just wish the people who were being critical of me were like doing so directly to me so that I can at least know what the concerns were. But that didn't happen. So I interpreted that as being something it wasn't. But I mean, really, when you think about it, I've been doing this shit for 10 years. And consistently, it's been fucking close to 8 years now. Sonic 2 multiplayer, yeah, it's basically been 8 years. Yeah, Sonic 2 multiplayer failed fucking 8 years ago. Literally, it's been 8 years since they started. And like, man, what else am I trying to say? I guess what I'm essentially trying to say is just, it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of stress trying to run a channel. Especially when you've been doing it for so long. Especially when you had a formula that was successful and working for so long that just stops working the way it did before, and you don't know what to do to spice it up or change it. So you just get stuck on what the fuck you can do, which hinders the progress on everything else. Like, for real. Private all your videos? Yeah. I private it all because of the view botting from months prior, and because I was getting these comments and people on stream saying this bullshit. And that was the only new engagement I was getting for a while. So I decided to fucking just say fuck it. Yeah, that's basically the reason why I privated everything. It was not going to be permanent. It was going to be temporary until I felt like I had a video ready to come back with, and then I could really commit. I mean, but really, I don't want to make. I never wanted to make it about like. I never with my channel. I never wanted to make it about how successful or unsuccessful it was. I never wanted to make it about anything. That's why back in the day, I never outright went out of my way to ask for subs, ask for likes, or ask for anything. I never did that. When I, it was never about that for me. It was just about making the content I wanted to make and gaining an audience by doing so that watched me for me because they wanted to see what I was doing, not just because like I was from some community they were in. That's how I was able to last for as long as it has without major shakeups. But ultimately, it just kind of is what it is. This is kind of the channel I have. This is the channel I've always had. It's not the style of channel that's ideal for anyone. I would not recommend anyone run a channel like mine. I do so because it's what I'm accustomed to and I've been doing it for years and years and years. But I definitely wouldn't recommend it for anyone else. In some ways, I will agree that, yeah, it has seemed a lot more desperate in recent times, especially from last year onwards. Even though some desperation started 2022, but not nearly as much. And the desperation that was there got removed. And even then, it wasn't desperation, it was like, I had a goal of 2K and I wanted to get there as much as I possibly could, but when I realized things weren't working out, I backed off and it was just like, no, I'm not doing that. But yeah, I will agree that especially last year and then so far this year, there's been a lot more desperation compared to normal. And I mean, you couldn't get to 2K in 2022. No, that was a outlandish goal for that year. I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. I hit 1K the previous year. I was like, yo, if I get hit 1K, let's see if we can get to 2K. I knew for a fact that wasn't going to happen. I don't know why I decided to go through with that. Why I had the confidence to just be like, sure, let me do it. I don't know. To me, it just felt like things were growing spectacularly for like, they just kept going up and up and up and up each year. Like, obviously 2016, 2017 weren't that big at all. I believe if I go to the stats of 2017, it's obviously ain't gonna be very big, but like, I don't even remember the biggest video that year, to be honest with you. Was it Netflix Returns or Make Your Own Texture Pack or some crap? Sonic 2 multiplayer fail with 8K. Okay, that was right when. Okay, so late 2017 was when Sonic 2 multiplayer fail started to pick up. But no, it was just a progression each year. And when it started to go down, it just felt like, I don't know. It just started, when it started to go down, I just wasn't sure how to handle it because I knew that I couldn't really do anything super, super drastic, but at the same time, I didn't know how to revitalize what I was doing before. Hello, Bland Beans, welcome to stream. It has been a while indeed. Yeah, I'm just talking about my reasonings for why I did all the privatization stuff and other things. I don't understand too much about the reason behind the view buying shit, but I can understand the reason behind the retarded people coming in and accusing Marvel of being a pedophile. Yeah, that shit was cancer. View botting is just something I've heard that YouTube, if they are to be able to determine view bots, will punish you in the algorithm for it, and indirectly will kill your channel. And I don't want to deal with that. So anytime a video gets view botted in the future, unless it's a really old video. If it's a really old video, I can't do anything about that. I just had to like unlist that video as soon as I start noticing it. But if it's a new video, I'm just gonna like take it down and re-upload it. If I ever see it happening again. Again, on a new video. If it's an old video, all I can do is just temporarily unlist or private it until the view bots go away. It's fucking bullshit that I can be punished for that, but whatever. What are you gonna do? Honestly, in my position right now, I don't think there's anything I can do. At least to get the results I would want. The only thing I can control is what the videos themselves and the streams. Like what I stream, what I record. That's all I can control. But it's clear to me that whatever I was trying before to try to revitalize things just wasn't fucking working. So my thing now is just gonna be like, I'm not gonna give a fuck. Why should I? Why should I put extra effort into trying to like? It's just gonna come off as desperation because clearly that's what I was coming off as before, and I don't want to seem desperate. I don't want my videos to seem like I'm doing shit out of desperation. That's not the intent. And if that's what people are taking away from it, I don't want that. So, I guess going forward, the only real thing I'm gonna do, aside from continuing on with the normal, is like, I'm not gonna employ any of these tactics anymore. I'm not gonna care. I'm just gonna post the videos and do the streams I want to do. I'm not going to put emphasis on like the amount of engagement, the amount of subscribers or whatever. Because clearly doing that anyway doesn't work, so I generally don't know why I should give a flying fuck at all. Kids and you in comments are on stream. Yeah, but there was way more of the who the fuck are you comments than the pedophile ones. They did show up though. But again, my notification feed is like dead. So I can't show you the examples of all the things that got deleted. My notification feed is dead. There's nothing left. So I can't show you any of that. Marvel, it's only the stream interaction. With me, it's in comment sections. Sometimes YouTube automatically deletes them, but they show up in my notification feed anyway, so I see that shit. And again, I don't know if what I did made a difference or not. I'm not sure how long you're supposed to like fucking be off the grid. Maybe a week is not enough. Maybe it's supposed to be over a month. I don't know. I just know that unless things get really, really bad here on out, I'm just gonna keep going forward and hope things get better during the summer, as they usually do. Not be doing any of these moves out of desperation. Because clearly it's not working. And I'm tired of that shit. It's just, what's the point in trying to like do what everyone else does if it's literally not fucking working? To me, I just don't see the point in that. I don't know. I don't know what's up with YouTube or what isn't up with YouTube. I can't tell you one way or the other. I just know that I'm burnt out. Not from making videos, but I'm burnt out from like dealing with people telling me what I should or shouldn't do. Like, and again, it's not their intention. They're trying to help, but I'm just tired of hearing like, "Oh, you should you should make video essays. You should or you should cut back on the editing." I'm tired of hearing all of that stuff. Especially when the advice I want to hear is either stuff that's never given out to me or stuff that's given out when I'm not there and it's never told to me directly. Like, it would have been nice for me to hear, like, hey, you're starting to come off desperate, or hey, you're doing moves that are desperate. That would have been nice to hear. But I never heard any of that, so I'm not sure how I was supposed to know. Um, and that's kind of the thing. Ultimately, I think my schedule currently of a video every Thursday and obviously streams on Saturday and Sunday still works. So I'm gonna keep that going on. However, whenever Sonic Battles plays, I'm gonna start doing to where um the regular videos are gonna be on Thursday and then Sonic Battle episodes are gonna be on Monday. And I'm gonna do that with all the future Let's Plays. Because Let's Plays aren't gonna have a crazy amount of editing anyway. I decided that right after Superstar Ultra finished that the Let's Plays weren't gonna have a crazy amount of editing. And I still stand by that 100%. But regardless. YouTube needs a new update. Pretty sure they've had a lot, but I mean, what do you guys think? Have you thought I've been being desperate and stuff about the views and the likes and whatnot? Have you thought I've been acting a little desperate? Have you noticed it in the videos itself? Have you noticed it on the streams? Give me your honest thoughts. Because I generally want to hear the honest opinions. No one ever noticed? Okay. Did you think me bringing back the Discord server, the old Discord server, was a move out of desperation? Did you, or just none of all the above? All right. He already cleared up and apologized for this, but I'm gonna read this message out so I can clear this up. I've noticed that so you're desperate about both on stream and Discord. Okay. That answers my question then. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you read this post I posted on my private Instagram, which I'll read it here. Yeah. Yeah, this post here. Where I wrote, I really don't know how this post is going to come across, but I've been meaning to ask this question for the better part of 2 years now, so fuck it. To all the people who used to be frequent viewers from 2020 up until the late 2022 period, what was it that made you guys stop tuning in? Because it always bothered me that I would see these sharp declines of viewership while not knowing what I did wrong in order to cause it. Now, granted, I've already accepted the reality of the situation, so none of the answers given will be enough to damage my mental state. but still, my viewership has been on steady decline since late 2021, and while 2022 was still a successful year in some right, the growth wasn't quite up to par. And so far, 2023 is the worst performing year I've had since 2017. There's a lot of reasons behind that, though, which is shockingly low considering how small I was back then compared to now. This was in August of that year, too. So it was while the 10-year anniversary was going on. It just shows where my headspace was. Only just being barely held up by the videos, whereas the streams besides 64 Land have been underperforming for 3 months now. And again, I'm willing to accept the results, but I would just like to know what I did, that's all. Perhaps my streams just got bland and led to people not caring anymore, I imagine. Closed out nature probably caused a roll in decline. Use help in someone where I accepted defeat. This topic. Oh yeah, this was when you brought it up on stream, I think, Salantir. Where you said something that made me bring this up. And then the Nostalgic posted this long-ass thing I'm not going to read. Where he gave his thoughts. Though his thoughts were not on the streams. It was on the videos. Which, in fairness, I think he kind of had a point. But yeah. If it ever looked like at any point I was desperate in ways, at any point, the answer is probably yes. Especially that period, yes, it was true. But no, I want to read out this post. I want to read out one of the posts I made, but also this post from Puddle, which he already apologized for. But when I read this, like I logged back into my account just to see if anyone was said anything. Then I read this post from Puddle, and yeah. I'm not going to lie, this post is kind of unhinged. But he already apologized to me for it, so no issue. But here's what he said. I'm going to clarify why a lot of this is not true. Here's the thing. The guy just takes things way more seriously than he should. If he believes that he's fucking up, there's nothing I or anyone else can say to convince him that he isn't. Yeah, that's true. That part is true. He doesn't have much self-confidence, evidently, and will sometimes take things the wrong way. I don't know what taking things the wrong way has to do with self-confidence. I don't know if it's that I don't have self-confidence or not. I don't know. Based on everything I know, he doesn't care about his views, the videos his videos get. That's true. Also the part about the engagement. But he's super insecure and thinks everyone else cares and judges him based on that. I don't know if it's that I feel like I'm being judged. I think it's more so a case of like, I just want to know why. But I never get an answer why. And every time I get any kind of response, it's advice on what to do. But it's not telling me what I did. You know? He looks at the declining viewership, compares it to everyone else, thinks he's done something to draw people away. That's true. He interprets jokes or mentions of it as a sign that he's slow but surely being phased out. When I'm not in the right state of mind, not on average. I remember when you guys were making, yeah. Okay. The thing with this is, it wasn't just me that didn't like it. She didn't like it either. And she like was publicly in streams talking about how she didn't like it, and it still went on regardless. So that's not just a me thing. And also, I did say something about it. You'll never come out and say this shit directly, but he leaves hints from time to time, so it gives me a general idea. No. I have come out directly a lot of times, just not publicly. He's not leaving just to focus. Oh, this is when it turns into unhinged conspiratorial shit. He's not leaving just to focus on fixing his channel. He's also doing it to phase himself out. He'll keep doing whatever he wants regardless if his numbers stay down. But he wants to lose everything else, all the connections he's built up, all the friends he's made, everything. That was just fucking not true. That right there was not even remotely true. I told you today why I did everything. That's what the speculation was. Why I did everything. Which is untrue. And then he said this. This is where he basically interprets it as, I think I'm being backstabbed, when that's not true. I do want to say this, though. While I don't agree with the way he's currently handling everything, I can at least understand why he's come to the conclusion that he has, even if it is a bit irrational. If he left it at that, things would be fine. Because engagement is way worse than everyone else in the server. I don't even know if that's true. 3 years ago, he could pull like 10k plus 10... Not 10k, what the fuck? I can never pull 10k likes, what the fuck? Pull like 10 plus likes and comments on a video stream easily, but these days it only ever caps out at 5 max. So I legit had to go on my ults and boost that number up myself. When I read that, I was just like, oh. I don't know if YouTube will punish me for that or not. I hope to God they don't, because clearly I'm not doing that. It's fucking absurd, and I can't tell if YouTube is filtering out the engagement themselves, or if it really is just that bad on average. I feel like that's an important detail that keeps being left out on why he thinks everything's hopeless. You can give him advice on his content all you want, but that's not going to change the fact of the matter. That part's true, I guess. None of this is shit any of us have to worry about, because we're guaranteed 10 plus likes anyway. He has to straight up beg up front, and even that doesn't work. Not that I agree with him here, but if I saw my channel falling off a cliff, this is when it starts getting not nonsensical. But if I saw my channel falling off a cliff while everyone else continues to pull better engagement, then yeah, I'd also believe I did something wrong or is being pushed aside also. You piece that together with all the jokes and shit made at his expense, and it does look bad. Whether it is or not doesn't matter. Thank fuck no one read into that. Puddle must have taken that part a little too far. Yes, he read what I posted on my private Twitter during August. So use that, and also when I was talking about the sub jokes or whatever, before even then. He's piecing things together that aren't together. He's using what I said in August, comparing it to what I said in like early 2023, maybe late 2022. He's piecing those together to create a picture that makes it look like I think I'm being backstabbed, when that is not the case whatsoever. I'm glad he apologized to me for that, because that is just fucking insane. And I can understand why he would come to a conclusion like that, considering he has been backstabbed before many, many, many times. But I think he's projecting that onto me when I don't feel like that whatsoever. So, yeah. Yeah. Vincent, welcome to stream. I'm just talking right now. We'll be doing a main stream on a Saturday and Sunday, as always. Yeah. I'm glad he apologized for those. There's no beef, ultimately. But I wanted to read that out, just so I can actually address that. Because there are several people that got that interpretation, but no, I do not want to phase myself out. I don't think I'm being backstabbed. I don't think everyone's leaving me behind. I think last year was just a shit year. I was too zoned in on the 10-year anniversary, was not in the right state of mind, so I said some things that I wouldn't have said otherwise. Ultimately, what it all came down to. Did some stuff bother me in the past? Sure. Does it bother me now? No. I already cleared that up with basically everyone who wanted to know any of that, like Corson and whoever else. I already cleared all that stuff up anyway. What the fuck happened? Well, assuming you didn't see me private everything, I'll briefly run over it. I privated all my videos for like a week or so. Brought them back yesterday. Private everything because like of the view bots I was dealing with months ago because I had a feeling they could be fucking with the channel. And the last stream I did, I had some fucker coming in there call me and Marvel pedophiles, and I decided, you know what, I'd rather nuke everything than deal with that shit. That's what I did. Then I posted I was taking a break on Discord. It got spun into something else, like, oh, he's not just taking a break because he needs to clear his head. He's trying to phase himself out. He thinks he's being backstabbed or whatever, when that's not true. That's the conclusion Puddle came to. And a few others, I think, maybe came to that as well. But again, none of that is true. But yeah. I need a refill. Let me grab one real fast. I don't have to go far. Because I got a mini fridge in here now. That's right where my controllers and stuff are. I need to reorganize that shelf though. But yeah. Come to any of those stuff. I don't think you would come to that conclusion. Especially since you've been around for a really long time. You were there when all the initial shit was the drain stuff and everything. Yeah, mini fridge. By the way, if you want to know why I'm drinking ginger ale a lot more, it's because when I came down with whatever sickness I had for 3 months straight, green tea irritated the fuck out of my stomach, so I picked up drinking ginger ale. Ginger ale was also easier because it made me less like I wanted to puke. And I just have been accustomed to it ever since. Whether I will go back to green tea fully or not, I don't know. That's kind of the deal there. I still drink green tea, obviously, but, you know, that's the story there. Those 3 months were hell. I just kind of maintain my calm and patience because I've been dealing with a lot of your venting or desperation stuff over the year. Yeah. I'll make it clear that if I'll say this now. If at any point you feel like I'm fucking up or like venting too much or not going in direction you want to see me going in, feel free to just talk to me about it, whether it's in the private server or the public server or in DMs. If you ever feel the need, if you ever feel like something's happened, just talk to me and I'll actually give you an explanation on things. I'll listen. People interpret that I won't listen because I don't listen to advice like, oh, do YouTube shorts. Because I don't think it will work. But if you tell me like, hey, you're venting too much, I think you should knock it off. Like, I have these for a reason. I have the private server for a reason. I have the public server for a reason. Like, Just communicate with me on what I should or on what you think on what I'm doing. That's all that needs to be done. If you think I'm coming off too desperate, tell me how so I can avoid that. If you think I'm venting too much, then tell me that, and I'll stop. That's not stuff I want to do. That's stuff that I do irrationally. And because like I get in a habit when I'm in a habit of doing some those things, I can't recognize I'm doing them. And I just need communication, and that's kind of it, you know. Oh, September last shout out you for venting too much on your stream after you changed your mind about playing Smash. Venting on Discord, got it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll admit with that stream, honestly, I wasn't feeling up to it. I should have just ended it. I was going to, but then I was encouraged to keep going, and that's why I kept going. But as soon as I felt like I wasn't up to it, I should have just been like, you know what, I'm not feeling up to it tonight. I'll do it tomorrow, and then it would have ended there. I should have just went with my gut and ended it. I didn't, and that's why it turned out the way it did. It still ended regardless, and I think I even deleted that stream. I did, I remember, yeah, I did delete it. Myself on social media. Makes sense. Yeah, but like I said, if there's at any point you ever feel like I'm doing something and you want me to stop, just let me know. And I'll work it out. Like if I was told like, hey, you're being a bit too desperate here, then I would have been like, alright, I'll knock it off. I was just never told any of this directly. So I wasn't sure I was supposed to know. Fuck off YouTube OG. Here we go again. I'm like removing that off the screen now. So it's not there for the entire fucking VOD like it was before. Hello, Luigi fan, welcome to stream. Yeah, that's a perfect example of what I had to deal with before. Ain't that fun? Just going on here just to stream. Just coming on here to stream. Have fun, play Smash or Minecraft or whatever, and then have pieces of shit come in here and do that. Yeah, I worked 10 years for that. Uh, but again. I assume this guy's probably just gonna be lurking around like a fucking loser that I'm just gonna ban every single time. I hope to God YouTube's finally taken me out of the algorithm where they push me around freak shit. Ugh. I would show you the recommendations, but it's actually disgusting what my videos get recommended alongside. It's actually repulsive. Not all of them. Like, the song covers get recommended alongside music. Some of these videos, it's actually disgusting what they're getting recommended alongside. Or were, I'm not sure if they still are now. Do I want to check? No, I don't want to check. But, you know. I can't remember if it was this year or closer to last year where the freak shit recommendations came into play, you know? Oh my god, it keeps lagging out. New to this stuff. Hello, Twitch streamer, welcome to stream. Recommendations for starting streaming. Um, like what you need? If you're just starting up, all you, I guess it depends on what you're doing, really. Like whether on mobile or PC, what your equipment is. Your equipment's good enough, then all I ever did was I just started. Like back in the day on my tablet and my phone, I just started streaming and it eventually grew into what it is now. You look back at some of my oldest streams, that's just really what I do. My best advice for anyone who wants to make videos is just work with what, or stream, work with what you have, and then it will build itself over time. Like, if you try to spend all the time in the world to get, like, the best stuff for, like, your first video, um, there's no guarantee you're gonna get anywhere with that first video. Unless you get really lucky. But in my case, literally, this channel started off with just me uploading whatever the hell. Just finding what works. Especially when I came back to wanting to do it seriously. I uploaded whatever I wanted, and then I found a formula that worked. Same with streaming. I found a formula that worked. And I just kept on going with it. And I'm still doing so. That's really the best advice I can offer. Because that's the advice that I basically went off of. Was just thinking to myself, I'll start now with the best equipment I have and hopefully improve things over time. Here we are 8 years later. I'm just playing, by the way. Only plush videos. Thanks, bro. No problem. Yeah. Yeah, that's the best advice I have for anyone. Is just you want to start, just start. Start with whatever you got and upgrade over time. Literally, my first video is a stupid DS recording called like Let's Play Decisions Spelled Wrong, where Luigi's like, I'm gonna be playing Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon or whatever the hell. That's how my channel started. And then it just grew into what it is now. It's insane that it literally came from me just filming my Luigi plush on my DS. Oh yeah, I guess I could bring this up because I'm not sure. Well, I might bring this up on the when I get it, but is this your main source of income? I don't make anything off of this because I don't meet the requirements. Now, whether I will in the future or not, I have no idea. You need a certain amount of watch hours, of which I do not have. I just kind of do this because I enjoy it. Yeah, you need 3,000 public watch hours, of which I don't have. I only have 98. I imagine that's probably because I private everything temporarily. So yeah. But no, I just do it for fun. I just do it because I enjoy it, because I have a passion for it, and I've always had a passion for it. That's kind of just how I roll, you know? What's your main source of income? I don't really have one. Whether I will in the future or not, I'm not sure. Just right now, I'm kind of just like chilling and making plush videos and making videos and stuff, plush videos, Minecraft and whatnot. I don't really like to think about all that stuff unless I absolutely have to. I imagine even if I couldn't get my channel monetized, there's probably still some way I could figure out how to get it to work, like donations and stuff if I really had to, you know. But it's not really anything I'm thinking of right this second, you know. But yeah. But yeah. Mm. But yeah, like I was gonna say, another reason why the plush video is being held off is because I am getting a new camera soon. I'm not sure when it's going to be here, whether it's before this month is over or it's starting next month. I'm not too certain on that. I just know I'm getting a new camera soon. So whatever the next plush video we'll have it, as well as Secrets of Reality and whatever else I do that to. They will have the new camera. I posted about it in the Discord, but feel like I should say something about it here. And then I'll talk about it on the mainstream once I get it, you know, and I'll show it off. Because I've been using the same camera for 7 years now, yeah. Because I got it in between the release of Luigi's New Girlfriend and the Sing competition. And I believe I got the green screen or the criminal costume at the same time. Yeah, I did. That's right. I got all of those. I'm gonna head out. I'll see you later. Alright, see you later, Saunter. Thanks for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Hopefully by Monday, but I will let you know. Okay, Luigi fan. In any case, yeah. Yeah, man. I I just wanted to come on here and explain things and let you guys know that things are fine. That I'm fine. There's really no issues. There was just a lot of weird shit going on behind the scenes that I wanted to take care of. Also, some videos I wanted to finally enlist because, like, I could never figure out a time to do so. But things are a lot better now, so my plan going forward is really to just make the videos I want to make, stream as much as I can, and not really worry about any of the other stuff. I'll probably put a little bit more effort into the descriptions and tags like I did before. Not a crazy amount, but at least a little bit. Maybe a little bit on promotion as well, but not normal promotion, not insane shit. You know. And just make the videos I want to make and not have to worry about any of the other shit. That's kind of just what I want to do. I want to upload weekly. A few weeks ago, I was considering maybe doing 2 videos a week again, just having the second video be less edited, but that's a bit of a tall ask, so I'm still gonna do. If I'm doing that, the Let's Plays are going to fit the second video slot. They would be on Monday, and everything else will be on Thursday. But yeah. Again, I can't tell you what the first video back is going to be. Would it be cool for it to be a plush video? Yes. Is it going to be? I don't know. What's it? Wednesday? Can I get the keep away cover done in time? I don't know. I look terrible though for that, so I'm not sure if I want to do that. But yeah. Oh, the course in SG. I could put that out. Yeah. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. But yeah. It's a good camera though. It's lasted forever. Yeah, it is. That camera I've had for a long time, and although the battery's a little finicky now, dies a lot faster than it used to before. Fucking 7 years is crazy that it's lasted that long. To think, I've filmed at least over 400 videos or something with it. Maybe less actually, but I mean, when you count the plush videos, you count the early character plays videos, you count the song covers, you count the old reaction videos. It's a lot. I've done a lot with that camera, dude. Oh, and all the jump on videos. Yeah, that's at least over 400 if I had to say. Yeah. No, no doubt. Mm. 400 videos filmed. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I guess I'll be honest because I did say this in the private server. I'll say it here. It's not necessarily because I miss the views and stuff, but to a degree, I do kind of miss how these streams and stuff used to be. Obviously, I mean, when you're when things are going so good for a while, obviously you're gonna miss it once it's gone. Like, I do kind of miss when I could just stream Smash, boot up Smash every week, get 10 plus live viewers, gain at least 10 subs per week. So even if my videos weren't growing super well, I could count on the streams to carry my channel up to whatever number I wanted it to be. I do miss when the Discord server used to flourish. I do miss when I could have a bunch of very lively VCs and stuff. Do I think I can get all that back? I don't know. Do I think I did anything to chase that away? I don't know. I don't know what the circumstance is with all of that. I just know that, of course, I would miss that stuff. A lot of people seem to think I just kind of dwell on that when that's not really the case. But still, I'm heading out. Alright, see you later, Marvel. Thanks for stopping by. Group shit. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure how much longer I'm gonna go on for, because I basically said everything I wanted to say, and this is not a mainstream, so I don't want to stay on for too much longer. I don't know if I'll keep this VOD public or not. Probably not. But regardless. It's obvious that, to a degree, I am gonna miss all that stuff. And in some ways, I don't think it's ever going to get as close to that again. Whether it will or not is not up for me to decide ultimately, but really, I don't know if it's ever going to get to that level again where I'm getting 10 plus people tuning in for a Smash stream, or a lot of people talking the Discord server, or having very lively VCs again. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. I don't think I should really dwell on that, though. And I don't want to. So yeah. I hope this explains some things on everything going on and how I'm feeling and how things are going to be going forward. Like, if nothing else, if there's any problems in the future, I would at least just like better communication going forward, so I can be alerted of them fast and be able to do something. Because otherwise, I'm not going to know what an issue is. Like, if anyone feels like I'm getting too desperate, or I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, or if I'm venting too much, I would like to be alerted right away. Now that I know all of this stuff, granted, months late from when people were talking about all of this, and instead I got trapped in arguments about what I should or shouldn't do with my channel, or how to run it. Ultimately, I mean, yeah. I just want to be able to communicate better and be alerted of these things before it gets out of hand. I know about a lot of this stuff now, so I'm working on the steps to stop it now. But again, I would have liked to know beforehand, before everything went to shit. But regardless. But regardless. I will never tell you guys, make you guys feel like you have to like my videos or comment on my videos or give my videos views. it does help, but I'll never like tell you that you should or shouldn't, or force you to do it if you really don't want to. Truth be told, I don't know what everyone else's circumstance is. I don't know if it's better or worse for them. I just want to be able to make the videos I want to make. And that's as far as it goes. I guess the other thing I will say is that I'm not going to do it tonight, but I do potentially want to finally get the SMG4 2023 ranked stream out of the way finally. I recorded a reaction video today, by the way, too, that I want to put out tomorrow as well. But yeah, I was going to do it last week, but I don't think the connection is good from what I remember. I could be wrong, though. But yeah. So potentially look out for that. We'll do the ranking SMG4 2023 stream on Just Watch His Videos. You know, I'll say this about Just Watch His Videos. Just Watch His Videos is way more inconsistent with whether it's doing well or not. That said, Just Watch His Videos is a channel where I could just do whatever. It's just less stressful of an environment, I guess is the way to put it. So that's why I keep it around. That, and I do genuinely enjoy putting out the reaction videos and stuff, but it's just a less stressful environment in general. I don't know whether the reactions are going to do well or not. That's not up for me to decide. I don't particularly do anything right or wrong with how I run that channel. So whether it does well or not is whatever. And a lot of people tend to like it still, so that's why I keep it around also. But really, it's just less stressful an environment. It's quite chill. And I like having that around. So that's why I keep it around. Because when the main channel is stressful, Just Watch Videos can be there to, like, not stress me out nearly as much. So that's kind of the thing there. Obviously, this channel gets priority over everything else, but Just Watch Videos is nice to have as a secondary. And that's why I will keep it around for as long as I see fit. In comparison to Jump On and the extras, which are kind of stressful to run. But regardless. So yeah, potentially look forward to that. I think I basically said everything I wanted to say, so I'm probably going to sign out now. Thanks to everyone who tuned in to listen to me just talk for nearly 2 hours. I hope you all understood where I was coming from and why I decided to do what I wanted to do, and I hope you understand that I am going to get back to uploading consistently again. I'm going to try to maintain it this time. I'm gonna try to get a plush video out. I'll be honest with those. Plush videos don't come out frequently because very rarely have I had the chance to get to work on a fully new plush project. A lot of the videos you've seen that have come out are either videos that are remakes or videos that are old. Like the scripts started so long ago. Like off the top of my head, when it comes to videos that are like video scripts that are completely fresh, not old scripts that were modernized or remakes of old videos. Off the top of my head, we got Mephiles is back, Tanuki Mario, um, and obviously not counting sequels either. The Jumpmon Disease, Eggman Strikes, Return of the Christmas Monster, Shouther's Jumpmon off of a building. That's within the last 4 years. Those are like 6 fully fresh ideas that aren't old scripts that have been reworked, that aren't remakes of previous videos, that aren't sequels to previous videos. That's why the plush videos is inconsistent, because oftentimes I'm working on old scripts that need to be modernized or need to be or are just hard to like work with. The one I'm working on right now is an example of one that's structured in a way that it's taking longer than normal, and it's also quite old. It's an idea I came up with in late 2019. It's a great one. Half of it was already written, but that's the kind of deal with plush videos. Once we get to the point where I'm working on new ideas instead of old ones, they should be able to come out at least a bit more frequently. But again, I'm stuck with the old ones because of the Rudy and Manny story and other ideas like that. So that's why the consistency with those is all out of whack, whereas everything else seems to just be alright. But I'm trying to get that sorted. I'm running late, so I just need to get a video out regardless of what it is. And the one I'm going for is old, admittedly, but it's one that is going to be really good once it comes out. So yeah, that's the deal there. Yeah, appreciate everyone who tuned in for this stream. It's nice to get all this off my chest finally, so I don't have to bring it up on the next stream. We could just go back to normal. Hope all the excess bullshit and weird crap is done. So yeah. 43 playbacks, 3 likes. Not bad. I'm gonna put this on unlisted, but it'll still be in the playlist with all the other VODs. So yeah. My final words is potentially stay tuned for the SMG4 ranking stream. And if not that, at least there will be a reaction video out tomorrow. I can't promise that there will be a main video because I'm not sure if I can get anything ready in time, but regardless, if not, then you'll just have to wait another week. But aside from that, we'll be back with streaming this weekend with on Saturday and Sunday. We'll be back with more Smash, Minecraft, and you know the drill. And we'll, because I don't have 1,000 Year Door yet, we'll be doing Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake. Already got that sorted, so yeah, stay tuned for all of that. And that's basically all I have to say. Thank you all for tuning in, listening to what I had to say. Today begins a new chapter. Today begins a new era, so to speak. So stay tuned. See you guys. See you guys Saturday, I guess. Or on just watch the videos regardless. Hmm. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I'm just gonna end it. See ya.